takeout pizza, he delivered a takeout. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
And he didn't even drop the pizza.
He didn't. I bet you got a good tip after that.
I'm sure he did, yeah.
We need a pun counter next time
I
we
know.
have Jeannie
There were
Mose on the
so
show.
many.
There's
Yes.
so many, but still very cute story and quite the kick.
Yeah.
I thought he maybe hit him with the shoulder, but no, he's got a
But
strong
I'm not
leg.
surprised he got a bruise out of it.
Oh, 100%. He was going
Painful.
pretty fast, so well done. Well, quick look outside, everyone. I can get you ready for your Wednesday that is coming up soon.
Plus, the Richland City Council held one of its largest meetings ever last night after the mayor pro tem encouraged citizens to contact a business who scheduled a drag show on Easter Sunday. And a daring rescue in Sunnyside of a man trapped in his car while it was sinking into a canal. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And hey, there I am.
There you
I'm
are.
Jason Valentine. I thought I was being left out, Jill. Folks, we are looking at an interesting Wednesday. By the way, welcome to Wednesday. We've made it to midweek. It's one of my good friend's birthdays today. He turned 60 today, so a big birthday for Brian. So
Happy birthday, Brian.
to him. All right, folks, let's take a quick look outside. And folks, we are looking at our Geisa Stadium Skycam, our brand new Skycam. We do have some cloudy conditions this morning. We do expect sunshine, though, to pop in and out today. A very spring-like day with spring-like little bits of showers throughout our areas, including the Hermiston area. That is finally starting to die down. Still just little cells and just quick little showers possible even into your afternoon hours, but we are going to see some sunshine today. Also just a degree or so warmer, right around 55 for Yakima. For the Tri-Cities, 59. Also, we're going to see winds, not like yesterday. That was 15 to 25 mile per hour. We're going to see about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, especially in our afternoon. Maybe a better chance of a little bit of afternoon showers for the Blues, but we have showers returning tomorrow. Also, I'll let you know the timing of those quick showers today. Breezy at times and slowly warming to that weekend. That'll be in my full forecast, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
More than 100 people showed up at last night's Richland City Council meeting, either in support of Mayor Pro Tem Teresa Richardson or for the Emerald of Siam. Employees and supporters of the Emerald marched to Richland City Hall ahead of the council meeting. This is the first meeting since Mayor Pro Tem Richardson asked for community members to send in polite notes expressing sadness over a drag brunch held by the Emerald of Siam. According to the Emerald, a barrage of hate mail, death threats, and harassment made its way to the restaurant instead. Mayor Pro Tem Richardson says she was saddened by the restaurant's decision, but doesn't feel like she did anything wrong, and supporters who showed up last night agree.
Very even temper as I went through and watched that clip. She was well within her First Amendment rights to express her sadness.
You know what's sad is, Miss Richardson? Looking for your child for 8 hours, only to find that because of rejection they received, because they're non-binary and pansexual, led them to the new Dupertail Bridge to jump. Don't tell me about sad.
A lot of people spoke out asking for an apology from the City Council for spreading what they called intolerance. The owner of the Emerald of Siam also spoke up about the threats the restaurant has received in the past few weeks.
I'd also like to request a personal apology from you for encouraging people to contact us, and a public apology to the parents in this community who find these events enriching to their families and who wanted to spend their Easter at an event that encourages love and acceptance.
I don't think that the city council should be apologizing either, because they did not do anything that was wrong.
According to the Emerald of Siam, they raised money for security at the drag brunch, which was more than enough. They say they donated the extra funds to the Trevor Project, an organization well known for providing a suicide prevention service for LGBTQ+ youth. Mayor Pro Tem Richardson spoke at the end of the meeting, and you'll hear her response tonight on Cap KVUE Local News at 6. We're learning more about two fires happening within moments of each other in Kennewick Monday. The first one reported was at the Benton County Justice Center. The Kennewick fire chief says a generator exhaust pipe overheated and caught part of the roof on fire. It took a couple of hours to make sure the flames were out, but there were no injuries and not too much damage. In contrast, a second fire just a few blocks away and a few minutes later destroyed this double wide on Meadowline Avenue, not far from Kamiakin High School. The fire department says while all the people in the home were able to get out safely, 2 dogs and a ferret did not survive. The fire grew so fast that firefighters had to do what they could from the outside. 8 people will have to find another place to live. Investigators are still working to determine how that fire started. A dramatic rescue caught on camera in Sunnyside. This video and information comes from the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Deputies and officers from Sunnyside Police went to check out reports of a vehicle floating in a canal Monday afternoon on the 500 block of Snipes Canal Road. Someone had been trapped inside the car as the vehicle began to sink. Sunnyside Police Officer Christensen arrived first, broke the car's windows, and rescued the man inside. In a social media post, the Yakima County Sheriff's Office called Officer Christensen a hero. For young people with disabilities, becoming an adult means suddenly losing access to children's services and school programs they've relied on their whole lives. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell spoke to a Yakima-based organization that spent the past 50 years making sure they don't have to go through that journey alone.
So many young people on the autism spectrum want to go to work, they want to live a life like everybody else, they want to get married, they want to have an apartment, and they just need a little assistance to get there.
And Trust Community Services helps break past barriers to independence.
Whether it's connecting up with a club, whether it's applying for financial aid down at YVC.
One of their specialties, evaluating skills and setting up people with disabilities with a job that suits them.
We've placed people as pharmacists, we've placed people as office clerks, and just any sector of the employment market. We won't ever put a person in front of an employer that we don't think can do the job.
For employers hesitant to hire someone with a disability, and Trust takes the guesswork out of it.
If the worker just needs maybe a fatigue mat on the floor, or maybe they need a magnifier on their computer screen, or these minor modifications that can be made to make the job work.
He says their clients often stay long-term in high turnover positions, saving companies money on training and rehiring.
We had a gal retire from Safeway after 30 years as a courtesy clerk. Now, how many times do you think Safeway has a courtesy clerk that makes it 30 years?
The ultimate goal, to bridge the gaps and fade when they're no longer needed.
In Washington State, 11% of kids graduate with a job that have a disability. So it's pretty low, and we're working to change that, to get that number up to getting kids not only graduating into jobs, but then also into higher education. The only limits that are placed on our people is the limits they set on themselves, and we try to even help them break those down.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVU Local News.
There's never a charge for services for people who qualify, which usually means having a documented disability or being on Medicaid. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, we have a very spring-like day today. We're going to see some sunshine, a little bit of wind, less from yesterday, and some showers to talk about. Very light though. All of your forecast that's coming up.
Plus, the Seattle Kraken played their first postseason game in franchise history last night. How they fared against the defending Stanley Cup champions next.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with the lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? Delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Take advantage of all the tax credits you can, including the new Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You could get up to $1,200 back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
In the market for an RV? Do not buy any RV before you shop Click-It RV. Because Click-It RV has just acquired over 300 2022 fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and motorhomes. And everyone is just $199 over invoice. And take advantage of 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and low interest financing. Plus guaranteed lowest price and lifetime warranty. So don't miss the Click-It RV Do Not Buy sale. Going on now at all 5 locations, including right here in Pasco.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Well, the Seattle Kraken, they had their first playoff game in franchise history last night, and they faced some stiff competition. Hi there, the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. But the bright lights of the playoffs didn't seem to faze the Kraken as Eeli Tolvanen opened up Seattle's postseason debut with a first-period goal that set the tone for the rest of the night. Despite playing in hostile territory, hey, the Kraken took care of business, winning 3-1, guaranteeing at least a series split before they head off to their first home game at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday. Looking forward to that. On the other hand, the Seattle Mariners dropped a tight one to the Milwaukee Brewers last night in an 11-inning slugfest. After falling behind 3-0 in the early innings, the Mariners rode a 4-run third to take the lead. The Brewers would tie it up at 4 apiece in the 6th, and darn it, they would keep it knotted up till a fielder's choice in the top of the 11th gave Milwaukee the go-ahead run that would end up winning it for them 6-5. Well, coming up, after multiple young people have been shot in misunderstanding, some citizens are calling for change. And I'll return next with your first alert weather forecast. I'm going to get you ready for this very spring-like Wednesday ahead. Folks, you are watching Good Morning Northwest. Stick with us, everyone.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda and online at McCurleyMazda.com.
Today's the field trip to the Franklin Institute.
And it's a sleepover.
Our first sleepover.
Girls is players too.
Just kiss and get it over with.
Yeah.
You need to be better about hiding things with your face.
I just wanna have a good night. Hold up.
Woo! Zip line at Triple Play, baby! I don't have wings, but I'm flying! Look, I'm a pterodactyl! Ah! Spoiler alert, it goes backwards too! Hey Astrid, what's up, girl? Oh, me? Just zipping along on the zip train.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride, and it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
You know I'm gonna give this 2 talons up.
ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
The NBA playoffs on ABC Cap KView, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Watch Thursday at 9 on ABC and Cap KView, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, providing compassionate, high-quality care for over 75 years. It's spring, when weather can change fast. Just another reason to trust Cap KView First Alert Weather.
To make sure changing weather doesn't ruin your plans, don't miss my forecast.
First Alert Weather from Cap KView Local News, helping keep you and your families safe.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Now, Cap KView First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning. Hope you're enjoying it so far. And folks, hope you had a nice Tuesday as well. A little bit of cloud coverage throughout our areas, but still we see some blue sky. We are going to see some sunshine today. Also the opportunity of seeing just a little bit of shower activity at times. Also breezy at times. We're already seeing some breeze in the Yakima region. We're going to see about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Not like yesterday. That was 15 to 25. And we are slowly warming towards that weekend. So little bits of shower activity dissipating near Hermiston. Seeing a little bit coming into Hanford. Could see a little bit of rain-snow mix there. Connell, a little bit of rain-snow mix around there, but very slight and very brief if it does come to your city. So as we move along in our futurecast, we do expect a shower or two to be breaking through Ellensburg, Yakima, possibly around 8 o'clock. And then a little bit more for Walla Walla as we head into our afternoon. But as we get to our evening hours, it's going to start to slow down until we get to tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. We have more shower activity coming in really for the west side of our regions, and then it will kind of sit down right on Walla Walla and Pendleton. Could be some heavy showers at times. Tri-Cities kind of on the periphery as it switches around to the blues. Then that will move out, but we could see a little bit more shower activity as we get to Friday morning. So we are going to see more sunshine than not for the week ahead, or for the rest of our work week, but we're still going to be dodging a few showers. Now we have a freeze warning this morning for the Pendleton area. That has been added in the last hour. Also Ellensburg through Toppenish. That is for agricultural workers to protect their crops if it does get below the freezing mark. And that is really after the winter time. So we're deep into April already. We are seeing cooler temperatures in Ellensburg, but Yakima, you're at 40 degrees, but you can see why Pendleton was part of that at 30 degrees right now. We're pretty chilly this morning, so make sure you bundle up as you head out the door. So temperatures, we are going to slowly rise as we head into our weekend to round our averages. So the average for the Tri-Cities, 68. So we should be in the all around the 60s for all of our cities, maybe upper 50s as we get to our weekend. That looks to persist into our next work week. So maybe a little bit, just a minor warming trend is on the way. So wind speeds very light at the moment. As we get into our afternoon though, expect 10 to 15 mile per hour. Not as bad as yesterday, but still a bit of breezy conditions that should slow down overnight. We're going to continue to see right around 10 mile per hour winds through Saturday. And then we'll see a little bit of a push as we get into Sunday, about 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, So a little bit of breeze on the way, but that brings in fresh air. Always good news. Mid-50s for the lovely Yakima region and Toppenish. We're just a degree above yesterday, 51 for Ellensburg. We're in the mid to upper 50s for the Mid-Columbia, and over in the Blue Mountain region, we are in the mid to lower 50s though, just slightly warmer. So for the next 7 days, as I said, more sunshine than not, mid-60s for our weekend for Yakima, and just a touch cooler in our next work week. Overnight lows get warmer finally Thursday late night into Friday. That's why that freeze warning is through tomorrow morning. So a little bit warmer temperatures overnight. In the Tri-Cities, we expect to be around that 70-degree mark for our weekend, maybe just a touch cooler than that. Could see some shower activity also pop up on Sunday. So off and on showers today. They should be brief. Best chance of sustained showers will be tomorrow afternoon in the Blue Mountain region, but looks like showers will hit most of our areas tomorrow. So folks, it's a very spring-like next couple of days. Chilly today. Keep an eye out for showers, but some sunshine as well.
The Missouri man charged with shooting a black teenager is now out on bail. The teen, Ralph Yarl, was going to pick up his siblings when he mistakenly went to the wrong address. The 84-year-old man telling police he fired at the teen through a locked glass door without exchanging any words with him. CNN's Josh Campbell has details on how this incident is reigniting the debate over stand your ground laws.
The defendant is charged with armed criminal action.
84-year-old Andrew Lester surrendering to authorities after allegedly shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl. A black teen shot by a white homeowner in Missouri, reviving the fierce debate over stand your ground laws.
He looked out of the door, he saw a black boy, and he feared for his life. And that's something that we've heard a lot in American jurisprudence.
Yarl accidentally went to the wrong address to pick up his siblings. A probable cause document says Lester believed it was a break-in, that he shot twice within a few seconds. In Missouri, a person may use physical force if he or she, quote, reasonably believes such force to be necessary in self-defense.
I think the problem for this defendant is the lack of any actions on the part of the victim who got shot that would appear to be threatening.
At least 28 states have some kind of stand your ground law on the books, providing legal protections for those in danger. Prosecutors across the nation have aggressively pursued charges against those they believe have used weapons without facing an immediate threat. Saturday in New York, 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was fatally shot by a homeowner after she and friends accidentally turned into the wrong driveway.
There was clearly no threat from anyone in the vehicles.
Kevin Monahan was taken into custody and is now charged with second-degree murder. But his attorney told CNN he was in fear after seeing multiple vehicles speeding up his driveway. Mark and Patricia McCloskey drew national attention in June 2020, claiming they were defending their Missouri mansion, brandishing guns and pointing them at protesters demanding police reform. They pled guilty to misdemeanor charges.
Who shot? Who shot?
For Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old who fatally shot two protesters in 2020, a fear for his own life was keyed to his defense.
If I would have let Mr. Rosenbaum take my firearm from me, he would have used it and killed me with it and probably killed more people.
Rittenhouse was ultimately acquitted, but perhaps most famously tested Florida's stand your ground law, which, like Missouri, permits the use of deadly force to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm.
That's a unique law because it says to a potential shooter, don't worry about, running or turning away or backing up. You can shoot.
In 2012, Neighborhood Watch Captain George Zimmerman shot and killed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, who had just left a local convenience store. Zimmerman called 911 to report a, quote, suspicious person, and ignored the dispatcher's warning not to approach the individual, ultimately getting into a confrontation and shooting Martin in what Zimmerman described as self-defense.
I said, help me, help me. I felt his arm going down to my side, and I grabbed it, and I just grabbed my firearm and I shot him.
He was tried and acquitted by a Florida jury.
An attorney representing Ralph Yarl's family says a bullet penetrated the teen's skull and it's, quote, a miracle he survived. A GoFundMe page fundraising for Ralph Yarl has raised more than $3 million in donations to help with his expenses. 30 years ago today, a small Texas community was at the center of a tragic end to a standoff that drew global attention. A 51-day-long standoff between the religious sect, the Branch Davidians, and federal authorities came to a fiery end near Waco, Texas, back on April 19, 1993. 4 federal agents and 82 Branch Davidian members, including 24 children, died in a violent confrontation and ensuing fire. It started back on February 28th of that year when ATF agents tried to arrest David Koresh for stockpiling illegal weapons. But Koresh and Branch Davidian members refused to leave the compound. A shooting ensued, followed by a 7-week-long standoff. The FBI eventually decided to forcibly move in on the compound with tear gas. A fire then set the building ablaze. More than a dozen surviving Branch Davidian members were later charged with the deadly shootout at the compound. 8 were found guilty of voluntary manslaughter and weapons charges, while 11 others were acquitted of conspiring to kill federal agents. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, airline industry leaders warn of a potential mass retirement of pilots. We'll tell you why next.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done,
this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep the flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products. Fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Put some spring into your step with Great Floors. Shop exclusive specials throughout our showroom on carpet, luxury vinyl, and cultivated wood. Save on Karastan carpet, only $20.23 for a whole home installation. Our huge selection and expert team are here to help you recreate the perfect look and feel of your home. Great Floors offers 12-month 0% financing, so you are free to select the exact flooring you want. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
When you own a Ford, you get more than a vehicle. You get the benefit of having your vehicle picked up for service.
Here for the Explorer. There you go. All right, we'll get it right back to you.
This is U-Mode.
All the convenience of owning a Ford with a local partner. Corwin Ford, Tri-Cities.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, an airline industry leader is warning of a, quote, coming tsunami of pilot retirements that will further the nation's pilot shortage. President and CEO of the Regional Airline Association, Faye Malarkey Black, is set to tell a House committee Wednesday that the pilot shortage has resulted in a collapse in air service nationwide. 42 states have less airline service now than before the pandemic. 136 airports have lost at least a quarter of their service, and airlines have completely cut off flights to 11 airports in smaller cities. Less than 8% of the pilot workforce is under the age of 30, with more than half set to reach the retirement age of 65 in the next 15 years. While a record 9,500 pilots earned their licenses last year, that number is not keeping up with demand and the scores of pilots aging out of the aviation business. Coming up, Fox News has settled or reached a settlement with Dominion Voting Systems after being sued for false election claims. Good Morning Northwest returns after this.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so. Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV.
Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Get a great deal and the best prices of the year. Now at Overturf Kia, you'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. A 2023 Kia Soul LX with automatic transmission starts at just $19,999. Plus, get interest rates as low as 2.9%. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
E.T. followed by Extra tonight at 7 on Cap KVUE.
Thousands of citizens take to the streets in Nashville calling for gun reform in the wake of a mass shooting 3 weeks ago. And a scary scene in New York as a parking garage collapses without warning.
And our cool spring continues with some slight showers today. We will see some sunshine and slightly warmer temperatures into our weekend. I'll get you prepared for your Wednesday.
From Cap KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Wednesday. Good morning, friends. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Jason.
Oh my goodness, we are at Wednesday and the Kraken are state's, at least for Washington, our state's hockey team, the Northwest hockey team.
Yes.
They won their first ever playoff game last night.
That is so exciting.
So that was fun. And here, we're just seeing more spring-like conditions, Jill. It just doesn't want to lessen its grip. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Skycam at Columbia Point. Folks, we have some cloud coverage in areas. We're also going to see some sunshine today and a little bit of shower activity in parts of our area. So could see a little bit of a spritz. What we had going on in Hermiston has moved along as it's moved into the east. The Connell, a little bit of shower activity has moved off into the east, looking at snow and a little bit of rain snow mix just to the south of Hanford. But very quick, folks, if it does come to your city, and we do expect more of it on the way today, but just very light. The best chance of anything really sticking will be, or not sticking, not snow, the most shower activity will be along the blues in the middle of our afternoon. So we're going to see a little warmer temperatures by about a degree, mid-50s for the Yakima Valley, 59 for the Tri-Cities, and in Walla Walla, best chance again of more sustained showers will be in the middle of your afternoon. So coming up on my full forecast, we have quick rain possible today. I'll show you when to expect that. More rain expected tomorrow. Breezy at times, though less than yesterday, and slowly warming towards that weekend. That's coming up, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. A bombshell settlement in the Fox News defamation case. The network will pay out nearly $800 million to Dominion Voting Systems to avert a trial. That settlement announced after a jury was already seated yesterday. ABC's Lindsay Watts has more on why the legal fallout may not be over yet.
This morning, Fox News' legal troubles stemming from the 2020 election appear to be far from over, even after the network's groundbreaking settlement with Dominion Voting Systems. The CEO of Dominion says it's an acknowledgement that Fox News lied, pushing false claims that Dominion voting machines rigged the 2020 election for Joe Biden.
Fox has admitted to telling lies about Dominion that caused enormous damage to my company, our employees, and the customers that we serve. Nothing can ever make up for that.
A different voting machine company, Smartmatic, has filed a similar defamation lawsuit against Fox. This one for $2.7 billion, significantly more than the $1.6 billion Dominion was seeking. Dominion and Fox settled yesterday for nearly half that amount, just as the trial was about to start. Fox News issuing a statement saying, "We acknowledge the court's rulings finding certain claims about Dominion to be false. This settlement reflects Fox's continued commitment to the highest journalistic standards." Dominion says it's not done yet. The company is also suing former Trump attorneys Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, as well as MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, for their false claims about election results.
As for that $2.7 billion lawsuit filed by Smartmatic, experts say the likelihood of a settlement in that case appears high. No trial date has been scheduled yet. Thousands of people in Nashville, Tennessee say they've had enough. They want gun reform. Supporters of gun safety locked arms and formed a 3-mile-long human chain to bring attention to their message on Tuesday. Voices for a Safer Tennessee organized the event. The group said it wanted to give community members on both sides of the political aisle a chance to come together. Nashville was the scene of a mass shooting 3 weeks ago when a gunman killed 6 people at a Christian school. The shooter was killed by police. And demonstrators say now is the time to enact common sense gun reforms. Now to that deadly parking garage collapse in New York City, where first responders used new technology to search for survivors in the rubble. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the story.
This morning, new questions about the history of violations at this New York parking garage, dating back decades before the structure suddenly collapsed yesterday.
My car was collateral damage for the building behind it, and it was crushed and totally gone. But again, none of that matters with human life at stake.
Witnesses say the 4-story parking garage pancaked without warning, sending cars, cement, and people crashing down to the basement.
Holy.
Authorities evacuated nearby buildings, including a dorm at neighboring Pace University, as rescuers sent a robotic dog and drones into the unstable building, streaming back images in real time.
The images inside are catastrophic.
One garage worker was killed, but 5 others survived. Sources say one survivor fell from the 2nd story down to the 1st and walked away.
We heard a big boom. Everyone was scared. Everyone thought that was their last time being alive.
Records show the parking garage had 64 violations since 1976. In 2003, the building was cited as hazardous after inspectors found cracks in the concrete. The owner of the building paid a fine, but no certificate of correction was ever filed. New York recently strengthened its code for parking garages, requiring owners to hire their own inspectors every 6 years. But the parking garage that collapsed was not yet due for an inspection.
ABC News reached out to the owner of the garage but did not hear back. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
A little bit of cloudy conditions for your morning this morning and a chilly one as well. You're going to want to bundle up as you're heading out the door. I'll get you ready for a very spring-like and cool Wednesday ahead.
Plus, a tiny trespasser on White House ground keeps the Secret Service on their toes.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the rain and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. Come out to Geisa Stadium this week, April 18th through the 23rd. Bring out the kids for Family Feast Night on Friday, April 21st, and enjoy $2 hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, Coca-Cola products, and more. Then on Saturday, April 22nd, stick around after the game for our fabulous post-game fireworks show, presented by Cascade Natural Gas. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Did you know the most common mosquito in our area can travel 5 to 8 miles? Here at Benton County Mosquito Control, our objective is to provide effective mosquito control for your home, neighborhood, and community. Our friendly mosquito control technicians use mosquito population monitoring, educational programming, and a variety of field techniques to reduce mosquitoes in your area. Reduce areas of standing water around your home to help control mosquitoes. For more help, give us a call or visit us online at www.mosquitocontrol.org. Benton County Mosquito Control, where your comfort and health become a priority. Not the same old party when you reserve the action at Power Up Arcade. Signature cocktails and 18 taps of cold beer. And food from Proof Gastropub right next door. Bring your quarters and prepare for battle. Make your escape to the Power Up Arcade.
How'd you sleep last night?
Terrible.
Well, this will help you wake up.
Thanks, babe.
So what are we going to do today?
Our show.
Oh, yeah.
From co-stars in life to co-hosts on Live.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekday mornings at 9 on Cap K-View.
If you have outdoor plans, trust Cap KView First Alert Weather.
With our powerful technology, we can literally see days ahead, giving you time to prepare for what's next.
First Alert Weather from Cap KView Local News, helping keep you and your families safe.
The U.S. Secret Service was caught off guard by a tiny intruder who infiltrated White House grounds.
Uh-oh.
The agency says a toddler set off security alerts Tuesday when the child crawled through the fence on the north side of the White House. Secret Service officers responded quickly and reunited the child with their parents.
Oh, those poor parents. Now, this is not the first time a child has put Secret Service on alert. Back in 2014, a toddler squeezed through the White House fence, prompting a temporary lockdown. Then President Barack Obama was forced to delay his address on the nation of Iraq.
Oh my goodness, so much curiosity. They just
Yes.
want to know what's behind the gate.
You know, you just never know, but you just turn your head for a second and then they're causing a lockdown in the White House.
Kids,
oh
right?
my goodness. Hope everything turned out all right. All right, folks, quick look outside. Your First Alert weather forecast is next. I'll get you ready for your Wednesday.
And midwives in Washington are reaching out to the state legislature in order to keep their practices open. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
From Cap KView, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on a Toyota certified used Camry, Corolla, or RAV4. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Thursday live on GMA. Go with Ginger to one of the most crystal clear bodies of water anywhere and face to face with the most gentle giants. And see a stunning release back into the wild you won't forget. Thursday only on Good Morning America.
I was born and raised in Prosser,
and I opened my first checking account at Yakima Federal right after I graduated. I honestly couldn't continue keeping money under my bed. My parents actually have never built credit. They've worked in agriculture for many years. I wanted to build credit. Yakima Federal feels like a small community. I love the fact that they offer scholarships. That way people can start their new careers. My name is Alejandro, and I've been a Yakima Federal customer for a little over 10 years.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Era Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Era Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. You're waking up to mostly cloudy conditions, hazy, but we do have a little bit of blue sky in there. We are going to see some sunshine today. We're also warming up by about a degree, and we'll just continue to slowly warm up towards our weekend. We do have some quick showers possible. We've seen just little bits and bobs coming through our areas this morning. Breezy at times, but off of what we saw yesterday, but a little bit of breeze. So just bits of showers coming on through. That's breaking up. That was trying to go through the Hanford area. We saw a little go through Connell. Now it's turning to snow as it's heading to the northeast. We do also have a chance of seeing just a little bit of shower activity as we move along in our day, just like we saw yesterday, less than we saw on Monday. So as we move along, just little bits, maybe a little bit of sustained showers, Ellensburg and Yakima in the middle of our morning hours. Best chance of sustained showers will be in the middle of the afternoon for Pendleton and Walla Walla. But as we head into our overnight period, things are going to be clearing up, but that will just set the stage for our next round of showers. So by our early afternoon, we have pretty widespread showers, saving the blues, but as we transition into more of the afternoon and the evening hours, it's going to sit on Pendleton and Walla Walla. Tri-Cities is kind of at that transition point, so it should see showers in and out, and then that will be finally moving off into the east, but a little bit persisting into Friday morning. So just like we've seen all this week, very spring-like conditions, sunshine, some cloudy conditions, and occasional showers. That will continue. Freeze warning until 9 a.m. today. Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, Pendleton has been added to the party. They're below the freezing mark, actually warmer than expected in Yakima this morning. This will repeat tomorrow, so we expect more cool temperatures tomorrow morning, and then we'll finally start to get warmer in our overnight period as we get to our weekend, much like our daytime hours. 30 right now in Ellensburg and in Pendleton, kind of bookending our entire area. We're in the some lower 40s, mid to upper 30s in other areas. Very chilly though, most likely in your city, so bundle up as you're heading out the door. So as we move along into our weekend, we are slowly warming up. All of our areas 10 degrees below our average today. All of our highs today are in the 50s, so just add 10 degrees to what your high should be, and that is what your average is. And as we move into our weekend, we're just going to get right to it. Wind speeds, not much of a factor right now, but we expect to see 10 to 15 mile per hour winds as we get to our afternoon. And again, that's going to be breezy, but it's not as bad as we saw yesterday with that 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. And we're going to see right around 10 or so mile per hour winds through Saturday, starting tomorrow, then a little bit picking up on Sunday. So as we head into our day, we're looking at mid-50s for the Yakima Valley. Again, a bit of just 1 degree up from yesterday, very slowly warming up into the weekend. Mid to upper 50s for the Mid-Columbia, excuse me. And in the Blue Mountain region, mid to lower 50s, believe it or not, just a touch warmer than they were yesterday. Yakima region, mid-50s through tomorrow. Then we get to those 60s and mid-60s by the weekend, and trying to hold on into our next work week. Overnight lows do warm up Thursday into Friday morning, so that is some good news. In the Tri-Cities area, up to the around 70-degree mark on Saturday and Sunday. So folks, occasional showers really through at least Friday morning. Today, best chance will be the Blue Mountain region in the middle of your afternoon, and best chance tomorrow will be the Blue Mountain region in the middle of the afternoon into the evening. Other than that, we're just going to see scattered showers through our areas, a bit breezy, and a cool Wednesday with some sun breaks is on the way.
Only 4 days are left in the Washington state legislative session, and a group of healthcare providers in the state are asking for them to raise their Medicaid reimbursement rate. Licensed midwives say they want to help women on Medicaid, but the rate is so low it's causing birth centers to close and midwives to leave the career field. what they're asking of state senators and why they say this is important for equitable women's health care.
Midwives like April Haugen and Cynthia Flynn were thrilled when the Washington House budget included higher Medicaid reimbursements and a cap on licensing fees.
The House said, fine, that sounds more than a deal compared to what we're going to pay a hospital, for example. But the Senate said no, nothing.
Flynn manages the Columbia Birth Center in Richland. She says they want to help any mom regardless of having Medicaid or private insurance, but at the state's low reimbursement rate, it can take a toll on business.
It makes it really tough because we do have bills to pay and we cannot shift costs the way the hospital can. We want to be a community resource here and to be able to serve the entire community. And still stay open.
Yet Flynn says midwives offer the most personalized care, have a lower rate of C-sections, and improve breastfeeding outcomes for moms and babies. April Haugen with Sky Valley Midwifery says their budget requests are vital for practices across the state.
Sustainability as a midwife is very challenging. The average career of a midwife is 6 years because it's a lot of demand for not a lot of reimbursement.
For example, she says a midwife who provides prenatal, home birth, and postpartum care for a woman on Medicaid would only be reimbursed about $1,800.
The amount of reimbursement is it's less than half than what other insurance companies would reimburse for the same care.
Haugen says a higher rate would also make midwifery care more equitable. The Healthcare Authority says women on Medicaid are more likely to be lower income or part of marginalized communities.
Everybody deserves to have good care and to have access to personalized care and not be shuffled through a system just because they can't afford, to have something different.
With just 5 days left in the legislative session, these midwives are hoping their lobbying will be enough for their request to be included in the final budget.
It would mean we could pay our midwives better, right? It would also mean that they felt appreciated for the work that they do. Most of them don't do it because they're going to make money. They do it because they love it.
That was Madeline Hagan reporting. The Midwives Association of Washington says midwifery care also saves the state millions of dollars through the care they provide for low-risk families. They're asking anyone who feels inclined to support them to encourage their district's senators to include these requests in the budget. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, if you thought sharing a Netflix password was as easy as this, think again.
If you are discovered, I will disown you and collect all the reward money tied to your capture.
In an earnings letter on Tuesday, the streaming giant saying it's moving forward with plans aimed at sidelining sharing passwords and instead rolling out paid account sharing options in the U.S.
They say that it has been successful and they've seen customer behavior that is favorable to them, including creating new accounts. And so they're betting on the fact that it will work in the U.S. as well.
FBI, I need everybody to exit the train right now.
Netflix still boasting a strong first quarter. So how exactly will this crackdown work? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can dramatically relieve RA and PSA symptoms, including fatigue for some. It can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. More than 100 people showed up at last night's Richland City Council meeting, either in support of Mayor Pro Tem Teresa Richardson or for the Emerald of Siam. Employees and supporters of the Emerald marched to Richland City Hall ahead of the first meeting since Mayor Pro Tem Richardson asked for community members to send in polite notes expressing sadness over a drag brunch held by the Emerald of Siam. According to the Emerald, a barrage of hate mail, death threats, and harassment made its way to the restaurant instead. You can hear the Mayor Pro Tem's response tonight on Cap KVUE Local News at 6. We're learning more about two fires that happened within moments of each other in Kennewick Monday. The first one reported was at the Benton County Justice Center. The Kennewick Fire Chief says a generator exhaust pipe overheated and caught part of the roof on fire. It took a couple of hours to make sure the flames were out, but there were no injuries and not too much damage. In contrast, a second fire just a few blocks away and a few minutes later destroyed this double wide on Meadowline Avenue, not far from Kamiakin High School. The fire department says while all the people in the home were able to get out safely, 2 dogs and a ferret did not survive. The fire grew so fast that firefighters had to do what they could from the outside. 8 people will have to find another place to live. Investigators are still working to determine how that fire started. A dramatic rescue caught on camera in Sunnyside. This video and information comes from the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Deputies and officers from Sunnyside Police went to check out reports of a vehicle floating in a canal Monday afternoon on the 500 block of Snipes Canal Road. Someone had been trapped inside the car as the vehicle began to sink. Sunnyside Police Officer Christensen arrived first and broke the car's window, then rescued the man inside. In a social media post, the Yakima County Sheriff's Office called Officer Christensen a hero. For young people with disabilities, becoming an adult means suddenly losing access to children's services and school programs that they've relied on their whole lives. Yakima-based organization Entrust Community Services works to bridge the gap between those young people and prospective employers, teaching them skills like how to apply for loans, get housing, and do a job interview, and connecting them with employers who see them as an asset and are willing to work with them. There's never a charge for services for people who qualify, which usually just requires having a documented disability or being on Medicaid. The City of Pasco has named a new city manager. During Monday's City Council meeting, the council appointed interim city manager Adam Lincoln to the permanent city manager position. It takes effect immediately. Lincoln became interim city manager in October after former city manager Dave Zabel retired. Previously, Lincoln worked as city administrator for the city of Pullman and assistant city manager for the city of Lakewood.
Folks, a little bit of cloud coverage on our Tuesday morning. We still have some blue sky mixed in there. We will see some sunshine off and on today. We're also going to see a little bit of shower activity possible for your areas. The amount that we saw this morning is starting to dissipate just a little bit to the north of the Tri-Cities in Hanford. As we get to the middle morning, Ellensburg, Yakima could see a little bit, and during the afternoon, possibly the Blues and the rest of our areas clearing up in our overnight period. We do have a freeze warning for Kittitas, Yakima counties, and now including Pendleton. That's until 9 a.m. this morning, and that will repeat tomorrow. Though we are warmer in the Yakima region than expected. We've been in the 40s almost all morning, but it is 30 degrees in Ellensburg, now getting a little warmer in Pendleton. So folks, it is another chilly morning, so get on a little bit of warm clothes as you're heading out the door. Now, wind speed's another factor today. We have light winds this morning. We saw 15 to 25 mile per hour winds, easy for me to say, yesterday. Today, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, so a little breezy, especially in your afternoon. So our highs today, just a tick warmer than yesterday. Mid-50s for the Yakima Valley, 51 for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, mid to upper 50s today. And as we head into the Blue Mountain region, we're in the mid to lower 50s. So folks, all of our cities about 10 degrees off our average for this time of the year in April. We're going to slowly warm up towards that weekend, but we do expect scattered showers yet again on Tuesday and at least Friday morning. So a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds, a little bit of wind, and maybe a little bit of showers for your Wednesday. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5.